84 crashes reported statewide with no serious injuries. There were 142 spinouts. The snow came down steadily during the Minnesota United home opener at TCF Bank Stadium in Minneapolis this afternoon. The soccer team had to play with an orange ball to keep track of it. But the weather didn't stop the fans from coming out. More than 35,000 people made it out to the bank. We have team coverage of the snowstorm tonight. Jeff Wagner will break down the weird weather patterns we've been seeing recently. But we want to start with Molly Rosenblatt in the Weather Center with the latest snow totals. Molly?
Yeah, Angela, we continue to see some heavy snow for far southern Minnesota, light snow here in the metro, and that system continues to pull off to the east. So we've seen some impressive snow totals already. More than 9 inches Redwood Falls, 8.3 inches from Adelia. And from our weather watchers, our latest reports here, you can see looking pretty impressive in Springfield. Doug reporting almost a foot. Redwood Falls from John reporting more than 9 inches, 8 inches for Canby. And Westbrook from Paul reporting 7 inches from this system that moved in earlier today. So yes, we're still seeing the snowfall, and it could be quite dangerous driving, especially for southwestern Minnesota, because winds are a little bit gusty. I'll let you know when things wrap up. We'll talk more about snow totals, and we will also talk about what we can expect next week. But for now, Jeff Wagner continues our team coverage tonight from downtown Minneapolis. Jeff.
Yeah, good evening. As we stand outside right now, it's pretty clear to see the snow is steadily falling, which I'm sure is a problem for the plow drivers. They got to keep on working, and it's making travel tricky pretty much for everybody else. Here's an interactive map that MnDOT has on its website. You see all the different colors. If you see the exclamation points, those represent crashes and spinouts, so there's a lot of them. When you see blue roads, that means they're partially covered in snow. When you see pink, that means they're completely covered, and we got a good taste of that this evening. We were actually stuck in it for quite some time. On our trip into the heart of the storm, we felt its pulse early on as traffic backed up on I-35 thanks to a crash. Snow was accumulating, just like the amount of slide-offs we saw on our way to Faribault. Cars, semis, even a bus.
Very slippery. Whiteout conditions, visibility is pretty much non-existent in some spots.
What do you do?
His attitude sums up how many people felt today.
Minnesota!
When you live in a state that only 1 week earlier felt more like April or May.
I was on my motorcycle. Yeah, I remember. It was nice.
And then
welcome to Minnesota.
A state that can also surprise you with a dangerous dose of weather 1 day later in the form of a tornado. 2 of them hit last week, the earliest ever recorded in a calendar year for the state. The next day it was high winds, then cold, then Sunday snow.
Snow is guaranteed in March. They call it March Madness, and we have it, whether it's a hockey tournament or whatever. It seems to snow, and we'll get 8, 10 inches.
Some areas of the state got that much snow today, but no matter the final totals, it all adds up to another March in Minnesota.
You can't beat it. Do I want it? No. I'm ready for summer.
I think a lot of people can agree with that gentleman there. Getting another look at that interactive map by MnDOT that shows you again the road conditions, keeps you up to date on the crashes, and I can say that using this map was quite helpful to us as we were trying to navigate back from Faribault. So we actually downloaded an app called 511 MnDOT. You can download it in the Apple Store, the Google Play Store, and again, not only does it give you the road conditions, it tells you updates, within the hour, shows you where those crashes are, and it can be helpful if you need to travel tonight or tomorrow. So some sort of suggestion as you get back out there in the midst of this March weather.
All right, good information. Thank you, Jeff. Be sure to stay with WCCO for